It's been a whirlwind year for Ohio Supreme Court Justice Joe Deters. After a quarter of a century as Hamilton County prosecutor, he was sworn into the bench last January.
He was appointed after Sharon Kennedy was elected Chief Justice. And now, instead of retirement and golf, Deters says already announced he's going to run for a new 6-year term in November. I got a chance to sit down with Deters for a one-on-one.
If you ask me what the hard part of this job is that I have now, there is no hard part. This has been like heaven for me. I get to read, I get to criticize other lawyers, I get to sit back and watch very talented, smart lawyers argue in front of us. And I got to tell you, Ohio is really well served by our Supreme Court.
Are you learning a lot from them?
Oh yeah, I am. Very much. Very much. I mean, I was a trial attorney, you know. I was in front of juries all the time. This is a different practice of law, but it has done nothing but been interesting for me, and I think the court's a good place now.
Some were highly critical of the appointment, as you know. Nothing new in your life.
No.
You've dealt with that throughout your history. But 68 appellate judges in the state and many others who were passed over for a guy with no judicial experience. Right. Was the criticism fair?
Yeah, well, they're right. I didn't have any judicial experience. That's fair, but I've been in a courtroom my whole life. You know, I've been trying cases my entire life and been in the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court with thousands and thousands of cases. It's criticism, but you know me. I mean, I get criticized about everything. I get more criticism at home than I get anywhere else. So I'm not really, it doesn't bother me at all. One of the things my dad taught me early on was, if you worry about what other people think of you, you're gonna have a very shallow life.
The outside interests are lining up on both sides.
Sure.
For so many hot button issues, but
Sure.
none more emotional than abortion.
Right.
Do you feel the gravity of that you're in a position at the state level where you
well,
may be
as you know, I'm not allowed to talk about cases that may appear before me, but I can promise you this: I'm going to follow the Constitution. I'm going to follow my oath, and if it upsets people, I can't help it. I swore to do that, and that's what I'm going to do.
Justice Deters says that conviction is something he had when he was Prosecutor Deters in his quarter of a century working in Hamilton County, thanks to advice passed along by a man who served in that same prosecutor's office in the 70s and early 80s.
Cy Lease told me way back that you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror every day and know you did, in your heart, you did the right thing. So I had cases where people were mad at me, groups were mad at me, the police were mad at me. I mean, we had all kinds of cases, but I always did what I thought was right, and then you just let the chips fall where they may.
Republicans have a 4-3 majority right now in the Ohio Supreme Court. They've had a majority since 1986. You got 2 Democrats right now at the bench and Republican Deters all running for re-election. But instead of running for his own seat, Deters is actually challenging fellow Justice Melody Stewart, a Democrat, hoping to give Republicans an even larger advantage in November. So November is going to be very, very interesting on the state level, as you already know, on the national level. So election season in full swing.
Yes, and we'll have all of it covered for you. Nice conversation.